Greetings, everybody. This is going to be our bi-weekly reading for the collective for the week of the 6th through the 19th. So 2 weeks. Right, yeah. The 6th through the 19th of this month. This is for all zodiac signs. So only take what resonates with you, if it even resonates at all. If not, that's cool, that's fine. So I am going to tap into the collective energies. I got my elephant up in here with me. Let me fix this. Alright. So, I gotta put him down because he is huge. So, I'm going to first tap into the general energy reading, as I always do. And then I'm going to do the love collective energy reading as well. So, I'm going to start. I'm going to use my I think I'm going to use my Armonti Oracle first, then get into a tarot spread for the general overview, and then I'm going to do a love spread separately, like I said before. So welcome, everybody. Good evening. Hope everybody is well. Hope you guys are having a good weekend so far. Greetings. Y'all know I love my elephants. This is my baby. My new baby. I haven't named him or her yet. I don't know what I'm going to name it. But yeah. So let's see. Let me put my baby down for a second. And we're going to see what the energies are. If I'm talking to you guys throughout the live, I'm not, crazy. I'm not talking to myself. And there may be moments where I don't, so I'm not ignoring anybody. I see everybody. Alright, so I'm praying over this reading. I ask the Most High God, give us nothing but love, light, truth, and clarity, that this reading is divinely protected. This reading is divinely protected for the collective of those who are meant to receive this message. I got him from Walmart. I had to have him in my life. I love elephants a lot. My favorite animal. So, alright. Thank you. Thank you, angels and ancestors and spirit guides of the All and High Council. Those who need clarity, please bring the clarity that we need, Divine Spirit. Through this 2-week energy window. Okay. So there's the affirmation, I am kind. I am kind to myself and I am kind to others, I heard. She's she has her hand up. So this can be a sign of receptivity. It could be a sign of receptivity, and it could also be, making a declaration to yourself, a promise to yourself. What do elephants mean? Elephants, I know they could be a symbol of wisdom and prosperity. I have my animal book on me. I love them too. So elephants, they represent past life knowledge, ancient power is awakening, respect your traditions, your own and others, act on what is best for all. So yeah, it's a compassionate energy. Maybe there's a reason why the elephant was here. But it says I am kind, and there's a serpent. I don't know if you guys can see. There's a serpent here. So this can also represent something awakening within you, compassion for yourself, kindness for yourself, and that of others, of course. But this woman seems like she's gone through a lot. So this could be, getting to a place of your healing where you are accepting. I converse with awareness. Yeah. And there's a hummingbird right next to her. I've been seeing hummingbirds a lot too. I converse with awareness. So this is you. I feel like this is communication between spirit. There's pink and blue energy, feminine and masculine energy. So that could represent communicating with a balance. I don't remember what hummingbirds mean. I'm going to look into it for a second too. Or in a second, I'm going to look at what that means. Some of you guys like to color your hair. Maybe you have blue or pink hair. Some of you guys could be into makeup too. Your room is pink. Some of you guys may be into like makeup and fat, like styling or beauty, the beauty. This is loving yourself internally. Like I get like you might be an attractive person, but you might struggle with accepting yourself in some way. Whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. Let me see. What are hummingbirds? Hummingbirds represent renewal. It says dreams and new joy are within reach. Opportunity for accomplishments along with promising success and renewed health. So speak life into your goals. I don't know if you're thinking about doing something when it comes to beauty, but if if that resonates with you, speak that into existence and speak life into it and know that you are capable of that. See something with makeup. I achieve with integrity. Okay. So I achieve with integrity. So all of these women, they're different. They're all unique in their own way. But they have this oneness, this one connection to this moon, or it could be even solar. Thank you. Happy New Year. This could be like solar energy or this could be moon energy. I feel like this is the moon. And they're receptive to this energy. So I do get there's going to be a lot of intuitive insights that come in for a lot of you, helping you to realize your goals. I also feel like with this card too, is like there may be some people around you that are going through their awakening processes. Not everyone is going to be so, I don't want to say not kind to each other, but you could be triggered by people around you, but realize that everyone's going through their own process. And I feel like a lot of people around you are awakening, and you may even be an example to those in your environment. Okay. So be easy on people, including yourself. That comes out again. I feel like this is as a result of the, was it the solar eclipse or the lunar eclipse? One of those. I can't remember. I think it was a lunar eclipse. The last one that we had in 2019. I think it was a solar eclipse. All right. I speak with sincerity. Okay. Look at her afro. It's popping. What's up, Ilani? Gang, gang. Taurus gang in this bitch. All right. I see with this card, there's another hummingbird again. With this card right here, I speak with integrity. Okay, you can't hold back whatever this is. This could be spiritual knowledge and spiritual wisdom. There's two feathers in this card. She has a feather over her mouth in this card, and there's a feather in this little black bubble right here, and it's like an exchange happening between these two people or two energies. I act respectfully of others. So again, it's like you might be tested by people in your surroundings, and it's like, how are you going to handle the situation as it arises? But with this feather in her hand, this is like divine message. I get like this is a message from the spirit realm or the angelic realm or your ancestors speaking to you, and you might need to share that with others because there's an exchange. Maybe there's someone around you. Oh, that's been happening a lot lately. Like even more so. Like every now and then I'll feel those winds of energy, but it's like it's a lot more now. So yeah, this is like angelic energy. So if you're being guided to say something, you might need to speak up for yourself in a way that at the same time you're expressing yourself and you're defending yourself, or maybe you're defending others, but at the same time, whatever it is, you're dropping knowledge for others as you stand up for yourself, as you act in integrity. You're helping to awaken or to help other people with their awareness spiritually. I don't know if that makes sense. Because there's definitely an exchange that's happening or that's taking place from this message that is here in this card. And you're awakening something with the hummingbird. You're making something become clear and aware. In her afro, she has all these different symbolisms or symbols, and it could be like sigils and different languages of information that's coming through, like whether you realize it or not. And they say our hair is our crown or our head, the crown chakra. And look, again, this energy is being like, it's coming, it's integrated, and they're all receptive to it. They're all taking it in. They're all in a meditative state. And some of them are even looking at each other. Like, they're not looking at each other, but they're facing each other. So it could be like, it's important conversations that are going to be had. They're going to awaken certain things, or you to awaken certain things within others. And also with this card, you know, she's speaking. There's energy coming from her. So there's something with hummingbirds because they came out twice. So take that into consideration. Your spiritual gifts are enlightening as a result of these situations. So don't look at it in a negative light. Take what resonates with you. Okay, so I'm going to look at the tarot energies, the tarot messages, see what's going on. From the Modern Witch Tarot, I have not used this in a minute, so I felt guided to. They're so hard to shuffle because they like a thick pile of cards. Divine Spirit, what is the energies for us for the collective energy of those who are meant to resonate with this message for January 6th through the 19th? Through the window of the 6th through the 19th of January. What is the energy? What is the energy? Got the Queen of Cups. Thank you. I appreciate it, Red Rose. Queen of Cups. This represents a person that is fully open and aware of her emotions, or just very accepting of how she feels, or just very open to her emotions. She's not closed off to her emotions. Ace of Swords. By the way, you guys, I'm working on a tarot class if you guys are interested. I've done a tarot class before, maybe like 2 years ago or something like that, but this is a little more like I'm working on it right now. But I plan to, it's for beginners or just anyone that just wants to take in more information on their tarot journey. So I'm working on that right now. If you guys are interested, I will let you guys know. But the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Swords, I feel so far, this is someone, like, it's about a message. You guys are messengers. A lot of you are messengers, or a lot of you guys, if there's something that's placed in your heart, like the Queen of Cups, she's emotional. She's also highly intuitive. Sometimes, though, she waters down what she feels or how she expresses her emotions, because not a lot of people get her or they understand her depth, how she expresses herself. You may express yourself in a very highly, you're very in tune with your emotions, let's say that, or someone around you could be a water sign. Could be a water sign in your, or just water in your chart, or you could just be very, very emotionally aware of your feelings, and how you express yourself could be very, very deep and in depth, and not a lot of people can understand that or get that, but it's not up to you to water yourself down. Could also have Pisces in your chart, or this could be Pisces energy because you got the Nine of Cups that followed with Ace of Swords. So whatever this is, it's, you have to take into consideration, or someone else could be. I feel okay. I'm not getting that this specifically would be a water sign person, but it could be you if you resonate with that. But if you know that you're someone of emotional depth and you express yourself in a way that not everyone understands or agrees with, that doesn't mean you're to water yourself down, because sometimes the Queen of Cups tries to accommodate people and get out of her level of her emotional awareness or her emotional maturity and try to drop it down so that other people can kind of get it. I don't feel like that's necessarily a bad thing if that's how you feel. Sometimes you got to come down to a certain level for other people to understand where you're coming from, but don't do it in a way to water yourself down or to restrict yourself in how you express yourself, if that makes sense. So the Nine of Cups here, this is also about emotional fulfillment in some sense. So whatever it is, if this is you on a creative level, expressing yourself does not have to be through verbal communication. It could just be how you dress, or just how you live your life. How you live your life. You got to live for you. That's the biggest message I'm getting. But if this has something to do with communications, I see this going well in your favor, whether it's now in between, if it's now between this time frame or by the end of the bi-weekly message or what have you, whatever, I feel like it's favorable. Then you have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands has also mastered her ability to create as well, the creative person. So this could be about creative endeavors, or it could be a fire sign person, feminine energy. But someone who's more emotional in their passions, more emotionally in tune with their desires and their goals and their creativity. Some of you guys, again, like, you cannot restrict yourself. Do not hold yourself back. You have two nines. So the Nine of Wands, this is about mastering something, completing something, also persevering in some sort of areas of emotions or creative pursuits, or something that you're heavily invested in on an emotional level, or wanting to create something on an emotional level that you wish to manifest on the physical plane, perhaps, maybe. Um, Two nines, yeah. So nine could be something significant. Maybe you see a lot of nines everywhere. I do see like you guys have been working on manifesting something with this black cat. You guys could also be into spell work or magic, or you guys are just very highly skilled manifestors. But this is an element of needing to have optimism in spite of your past perceived failures, perceived mistakes. Um, yeah. I see this as like passion and creativity. Look, the Ace of Wands. You got a lot of not a lot of aces, but you got two aces here. Okay, so the Ace of Wands is pure and raw creativity and a passion to go forth and move towards something. And Spirit's telling you to continue to move forward. It's not always easy, and you could be at the testing period. You could be at a trying period right now, but now is not the time for you to not give your all, because this ace adds to the nine, which is the Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands is like you still got to push through it, and it's like you get down to that last moment. It's like running a race where it's like it hurts, but I'm almost at the finish line, and I gotta like push myself to the end and get to that finish line. It's like that energy. The Temperance card came out. That's Sagittarian energy. So something could have taken place during Sagittarius season that was very significant for you, because the Nine of Wands is also a Sagittarian card. Something could have taken place in Sagittarius season, or could have something to do with the Sagittarius if you are one, or someone around you. I do get some sort of healing. Healing power is actually what I heard. Something about healing power. I don't know. Take a resonance with that. But for some reason, I'm getting... This has something to do with Sagittarius season. Like something that happened, which was recently. Most recently. Okay. There's something that you're healing from or recovering from in regards to something that happened in your past, or this could have been recently. I get some sort of positive energy. There could be a Sagittarius energy around you that is helping you to heal, or you helping them to heal. There's a positive effect with these sunflowers and the sun. Someone helping to bring instability. Those could be, for some reason, I didn't want to say this when I saw it, but maybe it's going to resonate with someone. But I saw the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands as lovers, okay? And then I get like LGBT energy from this Temperance card. So some of you, this is a love relationship between maybe specifically a water sign and a fire sign, two lovers, okay? It doesn't have to be for everybody. Temperance also teaches us patience and to trust in a higher power, to kind of lean on this higher power to help us through whatever this period is that we're going through right now. So you have the Three of Pentacles that came out after the Temperance. So the Three of Pentacles is that I feel, again, and this is Capricorn energy with the Three of Pentacles, this is discipline, this is working towards something. So right now, this is more of a period of working on self right now, or working on some sort of project right now. It's a heavy focus on creative projects, or manifesting something, paying attention to fine detail of things. Maybe having to make some sort of changes or something to like a process or a creative process, or just on yourself, and that's okay. This card flew out of the deck. Now you got the King of Pentacles. So that could be an earth energy. Definitely could be something with Capricorn, because the King of Pentacles is an earth sign, but it can also be Taurus, Virgo energy. This is someone that's mastered the element of manifestation and on a material plane. Like he's did the work and he knows he can over exhaust himself through work or putting in too much energy and effort into the material plane, but he has a lot to show for his hard work and effort. So this could be where you're headed. Like you guys are putting in a lot of work into something with the Three of Pentacles, which is leading you into the place of the King of Pentacles, unless perhaps there's a King of Pentacles person around you. This could be someone that you want to align with on a financial level because they've mastered it. They're like the Steve Jobs motherfuckers. Like they're the person that has $1 million company. Like this is someone that you want to align yourself with, or you want to take advice from whoever this person is. If it's you, then take what applies. But you got the Strength card. So that's Leo energy here. Yeah, Spirit's telling someone not to give up on their path. Like you got something that your heart is very focused on. The crowns, you got 2 queens and a king. They all have crowns on their head. So obviously they've mastered something. They're obviously well matured in these energies that they're in. So if this is about love, or this is about creative passions, if this is about business, whatever, Spirit's saying you have the ability to see it through, but you have to persevere because it's not always going to be easy. Now you got the King of Cups. You got 2 counterparts here. The Page of Swords wanted to come out. Cards are flying everywhere. Hold on. Shit. Okay. You got the Queen of Swords now. You got the 8 of Pentacles now. And the Page of Swords flew out too. So you got all type of court cards. I'm going to put these ones to the side real quick. But the King of Cups with the counterpart energy here, definitely love for some of you. And I do feel like this is not easy. But it's almost like it's telling me a story. I haven't even gotten into the love energy reading yet. Not even yet. What deck am I using? I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot, I think it's called. I'm pretty sure it's called the Modern Witch Tarot. I got it on Amazon. Maybe it's still in stock. I don't know, because I had to chase this deck down for a minute to actually get it because it's always out of stock. But the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups is almost like a story. Like this king and this queen are trying to meet each other in the middle. So if I was to look at this as like a love energy, I feel like the Queen of Cups is very expressive, very deep with her emotions. Expressing exactly what it is that she wants to manifest, or she knows. She's very aware with the Ace of Swords, what she wants. She knows it deep within herself, the Knight of Cups, and she sits on that. She stands on that. The Queen of Wands is also, I'm going to do what I have to do to get it. But the Nine of Wands is like, yeah, there's some challenges. It may even been a point in time where you felt knocked down or defensive. Not really sure if you can carry on with this, but something still burns, like a passion still burns, and something still calls you to what you want to continue to persevere and keep moving. It does require patience, and there may be even a period of healing from time to time with what you want, or you just kind of have to go in a I heard moderate pace with the Three of Pentacles. Maybe even taking time out to work on self, work on your own personal projects. If this is about a love situation, this is taking time out for yourself. Because I feel like someone is like at a place where if this is a masculine energy, you're asking about this person, whether they are an earth sign or water sign, or this is the character of them. They're a hard worker and they're someone that is very proud of themselves. But I feel like the work is almost done. The Strength card is how much can you persevere? Because right now it may seem like there's some sort of suspension or a period of nothing's moving, everything is still, everything is like very practical, not a lot of passion, not a lot of emotional energy. So you may feel on a spiritual or emotional plane that there's not a lot of movement taking place. Everything is very material and very practical, not a lot happening. Then when you get to the King of Cups, this represents a person that is emotionally mature. This is someone that's self-aware of themselves and their emotions and how to share those emotions on a balanced level. But it can also be that this Queen of Cups levels up into the King of Cups as a person, as an individual, that they're not so raw in their emotions to where it gets stomped over, or where they play with their emotions to meet people in the middle. They're just like, I am who I am. It's more of a maturity in their emotions. But this could be like a counterpart. So the last 3 cards that flew out, the Eight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Okay, so the Page of Swords represents a messenger, a message that is very swift, something of importance, but it can also represent a person that hasn't really fully mastered their mind yet, and how to communicate clearly and authentically, or know when to speak. But when you get to the Queen of Swords, this can represent someone that has learned that very quickly, that I don't have to rush anything. I don't have to overthink and second guess myself. I already know. Because the queens always have an emotional level to more of a watery energy, even if they're fire, pinnacle, whatever. They have more emotional energy because they're feminine. So the Queen of Swords, she's not necessarily cold-hearted or closed off. I feel like that's more of a reversed energy, but how I'm picking it up is like someone's learned how to express themselves. They've worked through something. This is dedication into self. This is like a journey. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's like a story was just like coming to me. But I don't get too hung up on zodiac signs like that unless I feel led to. So don't get too caught up on that. You know, take these court cards as characteristics and personality traits and what has been mastered within the self. So let's go ahead and look at the love energy. Because I see whatever you're doing, like Spirit's telling you to persevere. It's not always going to be an easy path. But that's not the time for you to just say, fuck it, I give up. Okay? If this is about love, we'll see if it comes out again, because you did have two counterparts, the King and the Queen of Cups. Alright, I'm going to use my big ass oracle cards, and I'm going to see what the overall energy is of love surrounding the time frame of the 6th through the 19th of January. What is the energies in the cosmos, in the heavens, Most High God, that's playing out in the physical when it comes to love and partnerships for this collective that I'm speaking to, what this is meant to resonate with? Single or partner, does not matter. Interested, not interested in anyone, whatever the case is, what needs to come out? Unforgiveness. I heard, whom do you need to forgive? I think it's a card. Okay. There is divine love energy in this, I feel, but, excuse me, there's some unforgiveness that's still, like, you know, brewing or surrounds the situation. So let's see what the energies are. Whoa. The Fool card I seen, and the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is a Libra energy. The Fool, I get Aquarius and Sagittarius vibes with that card, but take what resonates. It does not have to be a zodiac sign specifically. But this is an energy where someone is a little disconnected from their heart right now. It does not have to be you. It could be another person that you're dealing with. But someone is disconnected from their heart chakra. It's almost like they're oblivious to the pain. I'll just ignore the pain until, you know, whatever, or I'm just going to pretend that it doesn't exist. It could be this King of Pentacles because he came out again. The Page of Pentacles came out. Yeah. Someone could be a little bit, immature in handling their emotions, or having a mental understanding of their emotions, an intellectual understanding, if that makes sense. So it's going back to the genesis of what created the pain and where the trigger stemmed from, is what Spirit is saying for some of you, if this resonates. So it doesn't have to be that anyone is oblivious. Not everyone will resonate with that. But it's kind of like you're becoming more aware of where the pain, where the genesis. So the Fool can represent the beginning of a situation that happened. Maybe you were fairly young when you experienced the heartache or whatever your triggers. If you're being triggered, it's like going back to that, because there's some unforgiveness that still is playing out for some of you in some sort of way. And your partner or your love interest or whatever, people around you may be highlighting that. Definitely this King of Pentacles, because he's all about, it can come across as like you're very self-centered. You like Ninja, like you self-centered, you ain't thinking about nobody but yourself, or you're just throwing yourself into work and what about us? What about our connection? Where you at? And it could come across that way. And I feel like they may be very focused on self for a reason, or it could just be that that's what's meant to trigger you. The Page of Pentacles is like, what can you learn from this person? Because there's something to learn from this King of Pentacles. Okay, some of you guys, it could trigger some sort of, I don't want to get too deep or get into people's business like that, but Spirit's bringing that for a reason, because I'm trying to help. That's what I'm supposed to do. So if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. Take what resonates. But someone has daddy issues. Maybe didn't feel like this person cared enough. Maybe this father figure was all about money or just working, and they didn't invest into you. And this is being triggered through your relationship, whether it's with a male or female, does not matter. You're being triggered through that. The Ace of Swords came out again. So definitely there's some truth that wants to come out. I feel communication, clear-cut communication, but I feel like it's more so between you and God and Spirit. The Knight of Pentacles is in reverse. So the Knight of Pentacles, he's solid. He has good intentions, but it's like this energy is not moving forward for a reason. Why? The Chariot card. God's in control, or the divine, the universe, your higher selves, whatever, are in control. And it could be that you're in different, your paths are different right now. Even if you're with someone in a stable foundation where you guys are together, whether or not, it's like your focuses are in two different directions. And I feel like it's for a reason, because there's healing that needs to take place. There's not going to be much forward movement until that happens, but nonetheless, things are still moving, even if it doesn't seem like it's moving. It is. The Four of Swords is here. I feel like Spirit is wanting you to take time out to go within and reflect for a little bit. Could be through this time period. This is Libra energy again, so there's strong Libra energies, or this can represent partnerships from your past and present that are coming up. Some of you guys may be having ascension symptoms, your headaches, or you're just going through spiritual breakthroughs. So I feel like take some time out to rest. Like, don't try to force things or rush things as of right now. Everything is where it needs to be. The Ace of Pentacles is here, saying that there will be some sort of golden opportunity. That's exactly what I heard. An opportunity that is here, a divine opportunity. More stability coming in, but right now it's like focus on what's being presented to you at hand. The Seven of Swords. Something that cannot be avoided right now needs to be looked into. The Two of Swords is like there's a lot of mental conflict due to past energies. She's holding 5 swords in her hand. So if we think about the 5 of Swords, we think about mental conflict, mental battles, or ego, communicating with the ego, an argument, or just not seeing eye to eye right now. But if it's not that heavy for everyone, this can just make sure that you're not running away from something that you need to address within yourself, because the triggers are going to follow you until you address them, until you heal them. A lot's going to be revealed during this period for you, which is of your highest good and of your benefit. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so this is Jupiter energy, Jupiter ruling. It has Aquarius energy, Scorpio energy, Taurus, and Leo energy here as well. So this can resonate with you guys, or it could be a Jupiter in one of those placements. But it's kind of like taking risks and things like that. Just be very mindful of the energy that you're putting yourself into. Make sure that whatever you're putting out there, whatever your intentions are, make sure that it's of your highest good and that of others, and that it's not coming from impulsiveness. Do not run from your problems. Like, address them head on. Can you clarify this King of Pentacles? That was a lot. I don't know what that was. It was a lot of messages. Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords is like, yeah, this person could be coming across as a little aloof. Maybe very, non-emotional, really. Not a lot of emotional energy coming from this person or you. You guys could be communicating in a way that's very, kind of bland, maybe not a lot of emotional energy. I do see that someone's very optimistic, which you should be. You have to keep that energy and that momentum. In spite of the 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords, and 4 of Swords energy, I'm not getting anything negative from these cards. It's just saying that there's some energy that needs to be cleared out. There's more light than there is quote unquote dark. Justice. There's a Libra energy here. a strong Libra energy. Maybe some of you are healing and recovering from some sort of connection with the Libra. If it's not that, then this is karmic justice with the Wheel of Fortune. There's something that needs to be cleared out first in order for you to receive this right here, this new energy, this new beginning. Let's clear the bullshit out so that, you know, the sun can come through. You know, the rain and the storms and all of that, let that pass so the sun can come in. But I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune and Justice card, this is karmic justice. This is positive energy shifting. Get out of your own way. Like, it seems, I can see how, like, if I'm looking at or listening, like, say if I'm listening to this as a say if I'm listening to this as like a viewer, this to me would kind of be frustrating to hear. But how I'm seeing the cards and how I'm like how it's playing out is like, this is just cleanup. This ain't about nothing. But I can see in the thick of it how it feels like nothing's moving. This is a waste of time. This is a waste of energy. Your heart may be hurting because it feels like, okay, well, I took a leap of faith and it seems like it's just a repetitive cycle again. But it's not that. You're getting your just due. Okay, what's happening is that Spirit's highlighting triggers that need to come up. It's a message that I wrote down in one of my notebooks. I don't know what I did with it. I'm not gonna look for it right now. But I wrote in my journal. It's like something along the lines of, like, Spirit wants to see where you're at with yourself and what you're asking for. Like, you could be asking to be in a certain position of whatever at a job or career. But it's like, I gotta test you to see if you can handle the job. Like, you know, some bosses believe like I'm gonna be a bitch to the person I'm training to see how much that person can actually handle. Not saying that that's a good way to teach people, but it's like, I want to see how dedicated you are and if you can really stand in this position that I'm giving you. It's not to say that you're not qualified or that you can't have what you're asking for, what you're wanting, but I want to see how capable and how ready you are to even be put in this position. So I kind of feel like it's that type of energy. Like, you're asking for something in love, you desire something, but you kind of got to be tested by Spirit. You know, the energy's got to be tested out because there's still some energies here that need to be cleansed. We're not triggered by things that don't mean shit to us. If we're being triggered, that means it still bothers us. There's still some hurt lingering. So certain things have to be healed, and the key to that is to go to the genesis of where it started with the Fool. The Fool is the first major arcana card in the tarot. Where did this all begin? How did this start? That's what Spirit wants you to do. Go to the genesis of it, the source of it all. Not looking at, oh, he didn't say this, or he didn't text me, or she, you know, she didn't respond to me in a certain way that I wanted her to, F her, whatever. It's not that. It's, okay, why am I tripping? Why am I triggered off of this? Or someone said something to me that, like, whatever. Why? You got to go down to the root of it, okay? You have to discern the truth through the messages, too. Discern the messages. Because it feels like shit's not moving. With this card coming out of reverse, feels like nothing's moving. On top of that, he's a little slow anyway. But with the Chariot card, it's saying that things are moving, just in Divine's time, Divine's order. This is also Cancer energy. So this is things moving on an emotional plane, or things progressing on an emotional level. So it's not so much on a physical level. Yeah, it may not be, you know, a lot happening on the physical plane that's moving, but it is moving on a spiritual level. All right. Let's see where Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine are with each other. I'm going to do a whole separate Divine Love reading or love reading period for the week, where I'm not going to go, or just, yeah, I'm not going to go too deep into this because I'm going to do a whole separate reading sometime this coming week. But, Divine Feminine, where are you at with your counterpart, your love, or just where love in general? Just love in general, where are you at? I'm not interested in anyone else. So you got your eyes on the prize. You know what you want or who you want. Stop trying to control shit. So you could be telling the other person to not control things, or you're saying to yourself, okay, I'm not going to control shit. I'm going to enjoy my singlehood. I'm going to enjoy where I am right now. I'm not going to be looking around for this person or that person. I'm just going to live my life, or I'm just going to do what I have to do right now. Take what resonates. Clarify. The Devil. So yeah, the Devil card is like, It's a Capricorn energy, so this could be working very intensely, like very strongly to break ties and cords with karmic connections or karmic cycles. Working very hard to break free. You don't want this again. This is what I feel a lot of you are saying. I don't want this shit again. I don't want to go through this cycle again of, I don't know why I heard demonic ties. I don't know who the fuck is thinking like that. Yeah, that's pretty heavy. I don't know who's saying that. I don't know if you feel like you were in a connection or relationship with someone that was very evil or just not, not of your highest good, a very dark connection. So you're breaking some sort of karmic connection or tie with someone. You don't want that shit anymore. And then on top of that, you got the Queen of Swords. So she's all about cutting through the facades of shit. She's about revealing the truth even with herself. Like, I gotta be real with myself. I don't want that anymore. I don't even want to carry that into my 2020. I'm not carrying that shit with me. And that's where she's at. Look, what's at the top is the swords. Because she knows, like, her divine truth. She knows her truth now. So she's not settling for shit. So that's where divine feminine is with either their divine masculine or just period with love. But where's the divine masculine's energies? Where they at during this period or now? Okay, they've been dreaming a lot about their divine counterpart. They've been asking around, seeking some sort of consultation. I'm not sure what I want right now. So they are asking for clarity about certain things. They may be trying to discern the dreams that they're receiving, whether this is about you or just certain things in their life they're trying to make sense of. They ask around about you, so they could be talking to people that know you, or you guys have mutual friends, colleagues, or they're actually going to psychics, because that's what the card says, mutual friends, psychics, etc. So let's see. Or you could be a divine masculine, so you can vouch for this. Either one, doesn't matter. Let's see, divine masculine, your energy, clarify. Ooh. Three of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, maybe going through other people to kind of like see, where you're at, trying to figure you out. Maybe gather some information, or just kind of hoarding or holding on to certain things, like keeping note, keeping track. Three of Cups can represent social media as well. Clarify. Nine of Swords. Because they are having a lot of dreams about you, or they're just, yeah, it could be like, I'm not getting so much so that they, like, if you're a divine masculine, whoever, I'm not getting so much that the divine masculine energy is keeping themselves up at night or they can't sleep due to this, but for some of them, it could be that. For others of you, it's just like they are having a lot of dreams about you, and it could be like, what the fuck? Like something that wakes you up, like, what the fuck was that? Like, what was that about? Like that type of energy. I do feel like it is kind of bothering them enough to be like alarming them enough, I should say, or you if you're divine masculine, it is a little bit alarming. The Five of Swords. So there's some sort of conflict. I don't feel like this situation is like right now. Whether you guys are in a good space with each other or not, it doesn't have to be that you're not. It could just be that there's a lot going on in their life right now, because this is very chaotic and very confusing. They're very confused. One minute they're probably like, cut the bitch off, or I don't want this, or I don't know, because it's very confusing. And then at one point it's kind of like celebratory and yay and all this, and the next minute like possessiveness, I want to hold on to it, and the next minute like, what the fuck, I can't sleep, and it's too much energy. So that's why Spirit is saying there's shit that needs to be cleared out first, because you wouldn't want this right now with each other. You don't want this too much right now because it's an imbalance. And I can tell you right now, there's some healing that needs to take place individually within each other, and maybe with each other. Especially if this was a situation where there was other parties involved, or it's just like a whole bunch of messy, nosy people involved. So I just get like, you don't want this right now. I'm not saying that you shouldn't or that you won't, but it's like, just looking at the energy, it's not the most clear right now. I feel like it would be best to allow things to heal themselves, so that things can be in a better state, or you'll have a better clarity of mind. If you are a divine masculine, the divine masculine energy needs some clarity. It's too much going on. There could also be a lot of distractions. Let's see, what does the romance angels want to say? Give your relationship a chance. So your angels are not saying like give up on love or necessarily give up on a connection if you feel that it's something there. Like you know your own connection with God or your source, and I feel like they're telling you deep down, inside whether this is a connection that you want to invest in or not. They're telling you not to really don't give up on it, but there is divine protection surrounding this. So anything that's not happening is for your highest good right now. And it's not necessarily to say, oh, this is a bad person or you're a bad person or the connection is bad. It's just saying, right now, we can see farther than what you can see. Yeah. So this is what you both are saying to each other. The same card, one of the cards came out for the feminine again, and the other one that came out for the masculine. So divine feminine is enjoying their singlehood, and I don't feel like that's in a way. Maybe it is dating other people, maybe it is going out and doing their thing, or it's just like I'm enjoying my solitude and my independence in my space right now. And the masculine energy is like, I'm not sure what I want right now. I don't know. I feel like that's what this is. But let me see what they want to say to each other. Hold on. Divine feminine, what do you want to say to divine masculine? What do you want them to know in this space and time? Thank you. Okay, so don't get it confused. I love you and I always will. So there's no hard feelings. Divine feminine is saying like, yeah, I'm enjoying my singlehood, but it's not to say that I don't love you and I don't care about you, because I always will. I feel like this is needing to take some time out for themselves or something, or respecting that you need to take time out for yourself if you're a divine masculine, or it's just like me enjoying where I'm at in my life does not mean that I don't care about you or I've let you go or I don't still want this. That's what I'm getting. For some of you, it is like, I got to do me right now. And if that's dating other people, then it is what it is type of energy. But divine masculine, what do you want to say to the divine feminine in this space and time? The distance is killing me. So it's like a flip of energy. What the fuck? Like, like usually when you watch like love readings and stuff, it's more the feminine energy is like, I want this to be popping, I want it to happen. And then the masculine energy is like, oh no, I'm good, I'm over here chilling, it's like flip flop. So yeah, I don't know, that's interesting. But the distance is killing me. I don't feel like they like this separative energy, but it's a lot going on right now. It's a lot. Queen of Wands. Yeah, someone is in her, definitely in her higher, state of owning her power, her strength, really knowing who she is more and more. The King of Wands is here too. So you got counterparts. So the passion is still here between the two of them. Both of them are going to, take care of themselves and do what they need to do for themselves. There is a lot of, the Seven of Wands, a lot of defending this, a lot of standing strong. It's still passion here between the two. They still have a equal amount of passion, okay? And I feel these people are very aware of themselves and their passions and their ability to create or manifest or what they want to manifest. And I feel like that's each other. I'm gonna be honest. I feel for a lot of you it could be that, and for some I can't say that's going to resonate for everyone. But if you're completely single and you don't have anyone, you're focused on yourself until the right person comes into your space. And when they do, it's like you guys are going to hit it off. You're very passionate about your career. You're very passionate about your well-being, your health, whatever, your glow up, what you're trying to manifest in life. And you know that what's meant for you is going to come. That's the type of energy I get, whether you're the masculine or feminine energy. But if you have someone in mind, or your, relationship or whatever, situationship, I don't know. It's a passion, and it's like, yeah, I'm doing me, you're doing you, but there's still this drive that continues to keep us persevering, okay? But I'm not gonna burn myself out for it. And that could be a feminine energy saying this, but it's like they're very powerful, very strong-willed people, and the lion could represent something significant to you both. But the love is still here. It's not going anywhere. It's just like right now, like I said, I feel like there's some divine protection over this. Like you guys got to get yourselves together. There's unforgiveness that still needs to be healed. Does not have to be between you and another person that you're dealing with or interested in, but it can definitely be from your past and with yourself. Maybe there's some unforgiveness with yourself. So I'm going to pull one more card from the Earth Warriors Oracle. Just a message from the ancestors and the Great Spirit, Most High God. What is it that we need to know? Yeah. Before I do, if you guys want to book a reading with me, you guys can check out my website. Any of my decks will be on my website. I did use my Messenger's deck. The big Oracle cards are on my website as well. Just give me time. You know, there's pre-order for my latest deck, so just give me time to get those. And if you guys have purchased a reading, just give me some time to get to them. I will have a deadline for you guys as to when you should receive your readings. But yeah, I was on break, so alrighty. Oh yeah, and look out for my tarot class soon. I'm working on that, and yeah, if you guys want to get into that, definitely helpful. I'll teach you a little bit of something of what I know, my research with tarot, what I've learned along the way, and you know. Alright, ancestors of love and light, the benevolent energies, the high council, the ancestors, the great spirit, thank you for your love and guidance. What is the message that you would like to leave with this collective? Thank you. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce these names. I will let you guys know when I do. Blessings from the son of Hana Pacha, I don't know. This is a pretty card though. I love these cards. Shout out to my sister Ilani for hooking me up. I love these. I got these for my birthday. Hey, what's up, Natalie? So this message right here, you got number 18, if that means anything for you. I'm going to read the messages from the cards or the book because it has a lot of insight and a lot of clarity that you can get. Okay, so it says, Condor swiftly brings the will of grace, spirit to the earth, through the gift of powerful medicine. Despite great odds, even in the face of what may appear to be inevitable defeat. This is the message that I was getting in the reading. This is not a message of defeat. This is not telling you that something is not going to happen, it's never going to manifest, or blah, blah, blah. Just give up on your goals or your dreams, or however it feels like to you. Or it feels like nothing's manifesting or nothing's happening. It's not telling you to just give up. It says extraordinary triumph is at hand. Remember I said that golden opportunity. I don't know if that's exactly what I heard. It says this is a prophecy of resurrection, the rising up of what was thought to be lost. It shall happen with unexpected and surprising swiftness. Your divine destiny is now held in the guiding hand of a great spiritual master. Condors are born with the eyes open, but do not have the vocal cords to speak. You have always seen clearly. Trust in this, even if you struggle to find the words to express all that you see. Condors reveal emotion through changes in their skin color. This is a reminder to trust what your body is telling you. Your bodily intuition is a form of wisdom. You have a spiritual connection to the cosmic Christ consciousness, the universal sacred heart, seeking to awaken itself in humanity. Your divine life purpose involves assuming the role of a leader, a guide, a healer, and an earth warrior for love on this planet in your own unique way. An invaluable spiritual protection surrounds you. Okay, the condor is the ancient bird of the Andes. I don't know how to pronounce it. Once flying alongside the saber-toothed tiger, this, the largest flying bird in the world, is also one of the oldest species on Earth. So, some of you guys have very, very old souls, or your ancestors are very, very, very ancient, very old, and highly powerful. It says, soaring the great heights and for hours at a time with little or no movement of its wings, Condor holds the medicine of strength, spiritual connection, and grace. With a lifespan similar to that of a human being and the ability to soar at exceptional speed, it also carries the gifts of longevity and swiftness. Okay. Let me see what else, because that's like I'm only gonna read what I feel led to. So this message brings straight from the universal Christ consciousness, beating as the living sacred heart of the Great Spirit. It is an offer of absolute protection that is strong enough to sustain your purity, integrity, and effectiveness as you navigate the challenges inherited in the earthly world of Puma, known as K Pacha. I don't know, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. A much needed protection over the unconscious world of Snake, known as Uka. I apologize to his ancestors because I cannot get it right. This protection ensures that your passionate purpose is not distorted or derailed by unconscious forces. As you accept this blessing, you shall know only protection, empowerment, and grace as you manifest the spirit medicine of Condor, helping to bring hope, consciousness, and creative collaboration, dynamic sacred activism, and miraculous restoration to the earth through her evolving human family. So protect your heart chakra. Work on your heart chakra. Protect your mind state. I was just reading something today. Our minds have the capability to be disturbed, our mental state, and we get triggered constantly through the mind, through our thoughts, and it's a powerful tool. The heart and the mind are both very powerful tools. So it's very, if you're not consciously aware, and our minds can get attacked by certain things, but we have to be consciously aware of where this information is coming from. Is it a program or something? What's up, sis? If it's a program in the mind, or is it something that it's like an attack coming? So you have to be mindful. And speaking of my sister, brand new, always says that you have to have something to combat that negative thought, or something to combat any type of attack or trigger that comes your way, because 9 times out of 10, every time you level up, you pray, you do some spiritual work to better yourself, then here comes a little attack. But you got to be ready. Like I said, sometimes spirit does it to see where you're at. Like, do you really trust yourself? Are you really capable of manifesting what it is you say? Are you in that position to receive it? I'm testing you. I'm trying to see where you at. I'm trying to see something. That's spirit. But know that you're protected. Like I said, like actually how the book said, you guys have some very powerful spiritual protection around you, like ancient, old school protection. So you're good, okay? Hopefully that message resonated with y'all. That was a very quick reading. Not really, it was like an hour long. I'm going to do a separate love reading because I know y'all like those. I'm going to do a love vibe reading probably tomorrow or Monday, one or the other. I'm going to get to pick a card because I know y'all like those too. So much love as always. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to go cook real quick. So I did this real quick so I can go cook and then have the rest of the night to myself. So much love to you guys. I appreciate you. So next reading. Peace. Oh yeah, y'all got to figure out a name for my baby. Y'all got to name my baby. Say bye, boo-boo. I don't know. Y'all got to figure out a name for my baby. I don't know if it's a male or female. I don't know yet. I don't care. But we're going to figure out a name for my boo-boo. Y'all can comment below. We'll figure out a name or something. I don't know. Much love as always. Peace.